Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am going to be showing you guys my Barnes & Noble haul that I got today. So my Barnes & Noble just recently opened back up and I haven't been in a bookstore for a little bit. I technically was in one the other day, but I wasn't really looking to buy anything. I was just kind of there, just kind of seeing what they had. But Barnes & Noble opened back up and I definitely knew I wanted to go over there and get some new things. I really love it. I like how they have everything spaced out now. They are really enforcing the social distancing at mine. So I felt really safe shopping there. Everyone also was being really respectful. There was no big problems or anything like that. So I was really thankful for that. One of my friends actually went before me and she said there was a big issue that happened with someone being asked to wear a mask. So I'm happy that everyone was being respectful. We were all trying to make sure we were being distant from each other. So that's always good. Why is this child screaming? This child screams every single day. It's kind of annoying. But anyway, let's get back to the haul. If you didn't see from the thumbnail, I have two big bags full today to show you. And I'm just going to be picking from them and just kind of showing you guys what I picked up. So the first book that I'm going to show you is a book that I already have on my shelf right now, but this cover that they did for it is really pretty, and I was like, I had to pick this book up. So it is Speak by Laurie Halse Anderson. I have read this a long time ago. I was in 6th grade when I read this, and this book I think was one of the first books that really spoke to me. The way it was written, and it was, I guess you could technically say it's the first young adult book that I read. If you're not familiar with Speak, it is a novel told in the point of a girl who was sexually assaulted, and it's her struggling with this big secret. Everybody thinks that she wanted it, and along the way she kind of discovers her voice and she kind of learns how to cope with that. And it was a book that really spoke to me at a young age. I did see the movie with oh, this is really bad considering I've seen a lot of her stuff too. Who is it? Who is this actress? I can't think of it. She was in Twilight and I can't think of it. It is so bad right now. Kristen Stewart. Oh my god, I am so bad at this right now. I saw the movie that stars Kristen Stewart in it, and there's another actor that I was familiar with in it because she was in, I believe she was in Flight 29 Down. So I saw the movie, I love the movie, love the book. I need to get the graphic novel that came out, and I need to get Shout, which is like, I think that one's more non-fiction stories, and I think it's told in poetry format. But they updated the cover. So this is the new cover that I saw, and I think it's also, yeah, there's all new bonus content in it too, which is another reason why I got it. But it's super pretty, and then it's just really nice, and it's completely new. I got this one, and then I have the original one, so let me go grab that real quick. Sorry, I'm really weird right now today. Yes, so this is the original cover that I have, so I have that one, and it's also the Scholastic edition, but this one is just super pretty, so I figured why not get another one of these. I can never recommend this book enough. I feel like this is a good one too, that if there's anyone that is a little younger and is looking to get in a good book that is young adult, I would say this is definitely a good one. I would say probably 11 or 12 is when you'd want to read it, because it doesn't really go into detail as to what happened with her, so you're not going to get that graphicness. It was a really good price too. It's only 11 bucks, and I figured that's a good price for this, so I have a new copy of that, which I'm really excited about. The next book that I have, yes, so some of you know, there are some video games that I play. I'm very picky when it comes to games. I pick ones that either have a really good story or really good fun ones. Like, for example, I'm playing Animal Crossing right now because that's a fun little game to, not only can you play with like your little villagers, but you can play with your friends. So it's a nice kind of thing that I'm keeping in touch with some of my friends and meeting new friends and getting to know people through it. One of the best games, the number one game that I will play for the rest of my life, is a series called The Last of Us. If you're not familiar, the second game just came out a few weeks ago, and I have been playing it and I am obsessed. I haven't finished the game yet. The story for the second one is amazing. I have laughed, I have cried, I have gotten angry, I have felt all the emotions, and what I love about this game is that it's a game that tells a story. You're not just shooting things, you're not just doing something, it's a story that is being told. It is like you are watching a movie. And that is how I felt with the first game. And it was a game that I was kind of intrigued with when I heard what the premise was for the first game. And then when I started playing it, I fell in love with the story, I fell in love with the characters. There are several scenes in these games that like break your heart. It's just, it is such a great game. The detailing, the art, just... I could go on and on. I think what I want to do is I want to do a review of the game when I finish it, so keep an eye out for that. That'll be something a little different on my channel, but in my opinion, it also reads kind of like a book. Like you're going through the story and you're diving into it, you're being a part of it. HBO is apparently turning it into a show, so I will be doing a video about it, like I said, so you guys can tune into that and kind of get some info as to what is this game about and should I check out the HBO's show? Obvious answer is yes. Just check it out, please. You will fall in love with it as much as I fell in love with it. I found a graphic novel that was in the store. It is called The Last of Us American Dreams. Now I believe when I looked this up, there is 4 of them, and this is the very first one. This takes place, we go with Ellie, who is one of the characters in both of the games, and the second game is more of a focus on her because you're playing as her. But this is pretty much like a prequel and kind of tells you Ellie's story and a girl that is in one of the DLC content for the first game that kind of helps her develop her character and kind of helps you get to know how Ellie was like before she met Joel. I'm so intrigued to read this. It's really thin. I wouldn't have bought this if it wasn't a Last of Us one, but like, and I like how the art style looks too. What I also love about this is that this was also created with the I believe the writer of the first game, so it's got that person in there. It's not someone just like trying to go along with it. I love Ellie. Ellie is one of my favorite characters in video game ever. Like, she's a badass. I also found out that these are on Nooks, and they're only $2 on Nooks, so I might just get the rest of them and then just collect these in the paperback. But yeah, so I was really excited to get this. My goal is I am trying to wait to buy it, but there is a collector's edition of The Last of Us Part 2 art. It's about $90, but you know what? It's worth it because that's a coffee table book that I can look at forever. The art in this game is phenomenal. Just, I'm obsessed with this game. It's only been 10 minutes and I've only done 2 books. Is this a problem? Maybe. I don't know. But the next book that I have in my haul is one that I am intrigued with. One of my favorite booktubers that I watch, her name is Sasha Alsberg. She also wrote the Andromeda Saga with Lindsay Cummings. So I don't know if you're familiar with any of those books, Zenith and Nexus, which are the 2 books in that series. But she is obsessed with Diana Gabaldon, the Outlander series. She read the books and then she watched the show and she is completely obsessed. And the premise of the book sounds amazing, so I decided to pick up the first book myself. So I have Outlander here by Diana Gabaldon, and what I love is that it's like, I don't know if you can tell, there's like a texture to the cover, which is really cool, and I think these are the editions that I'm going to get too. There's a lot of those at my Barnes & Noble right now, so I'm happy about that. And I also like how the pages are like a nice like quality thin. They're not like that Bible thin paper, but they're close to it. If you're not familiar with what Outlander is, it takes place, I believe, during World War II. Yeah, 1945. And it follows a woman named Claire who goes to Scotland on her honeymoon. And she ends up touching, I think it's cobblestones, and she gets transported back to the 1700s Scotland. So she meets a man named Jamie Fraser there, and it's kind of like a love story and a love triangle, but there's also that beautiful setting of Scotland in it. So it's something that I'm very intrigued. My aunt has read these books as well. She loves it. She has read every single book, and she's pretty much watched everything in the series. So I'm really excited to read this. My friend Lizzie and I are going to try to read this, I think, for our book club after we finish the Scarlet Letter. So at least I have my copy ready, and then if I like it, I can go and pick up the rest of them. Next one that I picked up is kind of awesome. I love journals. I don't journal as much as I used to. I used to journal about every day, but lately it's been like a few weeks to maybe a few months when I journal. But I love to sit down when I get the time to just kind of jot my thoughts down, or just jot anything down that comes to my head. To show you kind of like what I put in my journal, I put in Taylor Swift's 30 Lessons Before She Turned 30, and that's something that I look at all the time to kind of help guide me and realize everything's going to be okay. It's not going to be perfect, but you know what? You're going to learn from it. I found this reader's journal, and what it is, it's a journal where you can keep track of all the books that you have written, and I did start one. I have a 50 Shades of Grey little notebook that I got from when the third movie came out. So it's Seattle Independent Press, if you're familiar with the series. It is the publishing company that Anna gets a job at after she graduates, and it is this really cute little notebook, so I've been using that to keep track of all the books that I have read, and I like having another one of these. I'm almost half full, and I like this one because it's nice and hardback, and then like there you get like your book title, your author, you get like the description, any character names, quotes, books to read by the author, fill in your stars when you finished it, started it. So it's really cute. And then I think you can also put like, little, this one says there's ideas and inspirations in there. So I feel like this one would be pretty awesome just to like use as a booktube journal as well. Oh, and it also actually looks, I'm just looking now, there's actually like a little reading recommendation list. So that's really kind of cool as well too. Like, I like that, so that's kind of cool that I can look at that and be like, oh, what are some good books that I could read, or what are some of other people's favorite books? I'm going to keep one for the rest of my life, because I would just love to show people this is what I was reading at that time. It also has a little bookmark on it, which is really cute. I didn't know that. Ooh, there's even like a books to check out. Like, what? This is so cool, so I'm really glad I got like a reading journal. So now we are on our second box. I'm sorry, guys, that I cannot talk today. It is just, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm on my second bag now, and this next one that I have, I had to add to my collection. As you all know, I love Edgar Allan Poe. It's a book that is Puzzles from Beyond the Grave that I think they involve, I was kind of flipping through it. They're puzzles that kind of go around Edgar Allan Poe's stories, and it was only $10. Like, that's a really great deal, so that's why I picked it up. But it's something I figured that'd be really cute. I can read Edgar Allan Poe's stories, and then this would be kind of fun for like Halloween little puzzles to do with that. I also like the artwork in it too, like just how the pages look and everything, and just the little artwork. It kind of looks like a little, it reminds me kind of like I'm opening up a notebook. Sometimes I'm not as best with puzzles as other people, but you know what? It's Edgar Allan Poe, so I can put it on the shelf with my other Edgar Allan Poe books. It's kind of how I view it. The next book I have is The Reason Why I Went to Barnes & Noble. So, long story short, I put in a pre-order for the next novel that is in V.C. Andrews' Foxworth series, and it shipped out on June 11th, which is when it comes out. Barnes & Noble is weird. When you pre-order, you get your pre-order items about a week later, which is fine, but it has been 2 weeks now and I still have not received it. I have been trying to call them, and no one has really been able to explain to me why my order is still sitting in the post office. So I just decided to pick up the book, and then if I get that book in, I will just go ahead and return it or give it to someone else. It is Shadows of Foxworth, and just look at the cover. It is so pretty. I love this cover. It is just gorgeous. It is already telling me a story that I am so excited to dive into. If you don't remember me talking about the first 2 books with V.C. Andrews, it is following Corinne Foxworth, the original Corinne Foxworth. And before, when she was in that mansion, she was just really mistreated, and she just kind of found her voice and decided she was going to stick up for herself. This is following, I believe, her daughter's experience being a Foxworth. I don't know if she knows that she's a Foxworth or not, so I don't know. It's just really cool. I love the first 2 books, so this is the next one. And after that, I don't know if there's going to be another one in this series, so I'm going to have to look it up. If there is, I'm going to try to pre-order it. Hopefully, it will come when I want it. I adore this book, and I am super excited to get to read it, and I love V.C. Andrews. I will preface, if anyone decides to watch this video who is a V.C. Andrews enthusiast but does not like the ghostwriter's writing, I'm different. Now, I get it. Some of the stuff that the ghostwriter has written has not been good. I read the Christopher's Diary series and that was terrible, but this series has been amazing, and I do not want to hear anybody trashing it before you actually give it a chance. I gave this a chance and I fell in love with the story. It makes sense. It's not forced. It's very natural. So if you don't like it, just keep your comments to yourself, and everybody has books that they like that other people don't. So I'm pretty sure there's books that you have read that you absolutely love, but I don't like. So just keep it to yourself. I don't need the negativity. I like the spin-off series, and you know what? I'm excited to read it. I just went on a tangent there. I apologize. This is I believe this is the last book that I have in my haul. The next two are just bookmarks, which I'm really excited to show you guys. I found this just on a whim, and it is called Litsy by Evan Hunter. It is apparently, I think it's like a historical retelling of the Lizzie Borden tale, but I kind of guess there might be some fictional elements to it. It's kind of more explaining about Lizzie and like why she did what she did, if she really did it, and I don't know. I love true crime stuff, and I am so fascinated with the Lizzie Borden case. The Lizzie Borden bed and breakfast, I actually want to go to one of these years. I just need friends that want to go with me. I'm obsessed with just true crime, so I read this and I was like, I have to take this with me. So I bought it. Don't know if I'm going to get to it right away. I probably will though, because normally with these kind of books, I like to read them first. Excuse me. That was a little soupy burp. Last thing I want to show you guys is I got some bookmarks. I am a big collector of the little magnetic bookmarks. I love them so much because I like to do those and then a bookmark. So if my bookmark slips off, I still have my little clippy on the page to tell me where I was. I could not pass up getting these. I ended up getting more of these magnetic page clips by Remark, and they're little bumblebees. Like, how cute are they? I did want to get another one of these. They only had one left, so I'm going to see if I can buy them online for the Pipsqueakery to give them as a donation, because we have actually, in that sanctuary, have tried to rehab bumblebees. And I just like the little cartoons on them. They look super cute, super sweet. And they're all different kinds of bees. So like there you've got the honey bee, you have the bumblebee, the carpenter bee, and then you have the queen bee, which look at her being all cute and stuff in her throne. So I definitely like these. And like I said, I love collecting these because they're kind of a nice little thing to clip on your page. The other one I got is Golden Girls ones. I love the Golden Girls. I'm actually rewatching the show for the third time because it's one of those shows that I can watch whenever I want to, and I can put it in the background if I want to because I've seen all the episodes. But it's something that if you really want a good laugh, this is the show you want to watch. If you're not familiar with the show, and I would be really surprised if you're not, it follows 3 middle-aged women and the mother of the one character, Dorothy, which is right here, which is played by B. Arthur. And they're living in Miami during the 80s, and it's just, you know, kind of going through middle-aged life where they're dating, they're dealing with a lot of the different topics. There's one about immigration in there. There's ones about going through menopause and things like that, but it's a show that I find you can apply to everyday life, and you don't have to be a woman to enjoy this show. I know a lot of men who love this show and adore it, and it's such a great show, and I really wanted these little clippies because they're so cute. You get all 4 of the characters, they're magnetic, and I like the fact they're a little bit bigger too, so they're a little bit easy to find. But yeah, it's one of my favorite shows. I absolutely adore it. It's kind of like Friends for me, where it's one of those shows that I can put in the background and I can watch forever, and it's always going to be something I play in my house. But yeah, so I really had to get one of these. I almost bought another one. There was a cute little one they did with, they put all the characters on there, and there was a quote from one of the episodes. I can't remember which one it is, but Dorothy asks Blanche if she's forgetting something, and Blanche says, "Oh no, I never wear underwear." So I thought it was a really cute bookmark. I'd rather want the clippies instead because I like to collect those. But yeah, guys, that is my haul. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Stay tuned because I will be having one more vlog, and I'm going to be doing that on Wednesday. I might have to wait until Thursday to get it up, so if that happens, I apologize. I have been sticking to the Wednesday upload schedule, and yeah, I'm really excited. I know for me this vlogging has not been the best. I apologize for that. I just have not had time to do it, but I still like to keep you guys updated as to what I'm doing, so I hope that's been helping. I haven't read as much as I wanted to for this Read Your Sign challenge, but you know what? I chalk it up to that it is my first book challenge that I have done. I have not done really a lot of the challenges. I'm hoping that the next one I do will be Booktubeathon, so I have to look into that and see if Booktubeathon is happening or if it's not, or we're just looking into doing another kind of reading marathon that I would love to be a part of. Who knows, maybe I might create one myself, but we'll see how that goes. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching all my videos so far. It has been very helpful for me to see what you guys have liked, any feedbacks you have, and don't be afraid to reach out to me too. Let me know what you would like to see. Let me know how you feel about some of the picks that I have, how you like my videos, if you agree with my points in some things. So it just helps me build my channel a little bit more, and I am really excited to do this Last of Us one because it's something I've been thinking about, and now doing this one, I just really want to tell you guys about this game and just see if you guys would love to be a part of that. So, all right, guys, I will talk to you later. Bye.